UK Health Secretary Matt Hancock is facing a growing backlash over his claim that NHS workers are using too much PPE, with one doctor's leader saying that the failure to provide adequate supplies was a shocking indictment of the government's response to the coronavirus outbreak.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Royal College of Nursing rejected the Health Secretary's warning that shortages were being caused by overuse of items like face masks and gowns, and that PPE should be treated as a precious resource by frontline workers. Announcing that PPE distribution would be stepped up to daily deliveries, the Health Secretary said, "Everyone should use the equipment they clinically need in line with the guidelines, no more and no less. There's enough PPE to go around, but only if it's used in line with our guidance. We need everyone to treat PPE like the precious resource that it is." RCN Chief Executive Dame Donna Kinnair rejected Mr. Hancock's claim, telling BBC Radio 4's Today programme, "There is no PPE equipment that is more precious a resource than a healthcare worker's life, a nurse's life, a doctor's life. But we are hearing from doctors. Over 2,000 doctors responded to us and over half of them said they haven't got the right face masks to work in high-risk environments. That is ITU environments. That's a shocking indictment." Sir Keir said in a tweet, "It is quite frankly insulting to imply frontline staff are wasting PPE. There are horrific stories of NHS staff and care workers not having the equipment they need to keep them safe. The government must act to ensure supplies are delivered. I don't want to impute blame on people who have used more PPE than the guidelines suggest, because I understand the difficulties and circumstances, but it is important to use PPE as the guidelines say." Dr. Jenny Vaughan, of the Doctors Association UK, said that more than 1,000 healthcare workers had signed up to its NHS PPE app in just 10 days to report the situation on the ground, with more than 40% saying they had experienced shortages of long-sleeved gowns and eye protectors.
This post received a score of 42,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
"We are getting the PPE out there," Matt Hancock yesterday, followed by his answer to the supplementary, "It's a detailed plan set out in public both so that we can encourage more suppliers to come and replenish the stockpile." Crude translation: "We regret any inconvenience the sudden cabin movement might have caused. This is due to periodic air pockets we encountered. There's no reason to become alarmed and we hope you enjoy the rest of your flight. By the way, is there anyone on board who knows how to fly a plane?
Same as my glasses, I've to bring those home, and clean them with my own soap and water, then bring them back to work. I gather, from speaking to mates back home, the scenario is the same. I worked with one of the UK surgeons who have died from this. If we can't give our healthcare workers proper protective equipment, then everyone is fucked."
Apparently this is happening in English hospitals. On Any Answers, the public phone-in follow-up to any questions, somebody spoke of the hospital where his or her daughter works. They are now only allowed to wear PPE if they are dealing with a known COVID-19 patient, not with those patients where are only possible COVID-19s. I hate this. People are suffering and becoming ill and possibly dying, but just fucking maybe the Conservative there is no alternative to austerity policies even for the NHS party will finally be held accountable for their mishandling of government since 2010.
They'll be held accountable as much as the pigshagger for starting the whole Brexit fiasco, i.e. not at all.
I suspect that once all this is over people will not care anymore and the ones responsible will just pretend nothing happened.
I care, you care, we care. But obviously nothing electoral or through the establishment can do anything, and if it does it'll be a whitewash. So help your mutual aid groups help organize direct action through unions. It's where we have actual bottom-up power, through the institutions we have to make ourselves. Imagine if just after the crisis, there's a general strike and we hold their previous economy ransom until our demands are met and people are held accountable. It won't be easy, but it could be something. Edit, meant precious not previous.
I mean we're at the point where some of us are being asked to wash single-use items to reuse again, in critical care. Somewhere down the line, this is fucked up and I, as a nurse, and my colleagues are going to pay for it. We're wearing the same gear for 3 to 5 hours at a time and that's probably too long for comfort, but it saves a little bit of gear, and once you're used to feeling entirely soaking wet and your face is used to the indentation of the mask that probably doesn't fit cause those ones can't be bought anymore, then it's fine. So basically, fuck Matt Hancock.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.